Although she's digitally rendered to look alien, Proxima Midnight's voice and facial structure are sure to make you ask yourself, where do I know her from? Carrie Coon's convincingly intimidating motion capture performance in Infinity War is yet another impressive addition to her acting resume. Talk about a successful debut. For her very first feature film appearance, Coon starred alongside Ben Affleck in Gone Girl, the adaptation of Gillian Flynn's twisted novel of the same name. Coon starred as Margot Dunn, twin sister of Affleck's leading man Nick Dunn. She got the part by sending in an audition tape, and she must have really knocked it out of the park in order to get cast the old-fashioned way. Coon really showcased the full range of her acting chops, and it definitely had an effect on the film's success. Gone Girl was a massive box office hit, bringing in nearly $370 million worldwide. If the first movie you ever act in goes on to become one of the top 20 highest-grossing films of the year, you must be doing something right. HBO's psychological mystery drama The Leftovers focused on the lives of several people who remained on Earth after 2% of the entire global population vanished in a rapture-like event. The series ran for 3 seasons and 28 episodes from 2014 to 2017. Coon portrayed Nora Durst, a grieving widow who lost both her husband and her children in the event. She still views her work on the show with great regard. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she raved about how it affected her career, declaring, "I rarely get recognized, and whenever I do, it has to do with The Leftovers because it came into someone's life at a particularly important time for them. If they were dealing with grief or loss or whatever tragedy, and they just caught it." In the spring of 2017, Coon's acting career really caught fire. While simultaneously shooting The Leftovers, she also joined the cast of FX's smash hit series Fargo for its 3rd season. A black comedy wrapped up in a crime anthology, the show is based on the Coen brothers' 1996 film of the same name. Coon starred as Gloria Burgle, the recently divorced chief of police in snowy Eden Valley, Minnesota.
Those are facts, and you at the heart of the morass. What else am I supposed to see?
Despite starring alongside such A-list actors as Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Coon commanded viewers' attention, even earning an Emmy nomination for lead actress in a limited series or TV movie. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, she opened up a bit about the spring of Carrie Coon, saying, "Oh gosh, this year, this extraordinary year, it's funny. I feel like I'm still processing this year that I've had. I feel I've been working non-stop for years now and I haven't had time to take a breath." It's generally considered a great honor to work on a Steven Spielberg film, and Carrie Coon is one of the lucky talents who can flaunt that achievement on her IMDb page. In The Post, she portrayed journalist Meg Greenfield, a proud member of the Washington Post team responsible for publishing the Pentagon Papers in 1971. The film, which also starred Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep, brought in nearly $180 million at the worldwide box office and nabbed 2 Oscar nominations. Although her role was fairly minor, Coon's time on the set with an acclaimed director and 2 of the biggest names in Hollywood history is not an experience she will soon forget. She told Parade, "The thing that I loved about working with Meryl, Tom, and Steven is that they all so clearly still love what they're doing. They've been making films for decades, and it's still magical for them, still moving for them, and important." Steve McQueen's Widows featured an all-star cast led by Viola Davis, Michelle Rodriguez, Elizabeth Debicki, and Liam Neeson. And although her role was small, you can't forget to include Carrie Coon on that list. The 2018 film follows 4 women forced to embark on a heist after their gangster husbands are killed. Coon plays Amanda, one of the widows who decides not to partake in the plan. Although it garnered a decent amount of buzz prior to its release, it ultimately didn't fare too well at the box office, only earning $76 million worldwide. In an interview with Observer, Coon dished about her favorite parts of working on Widows, which was shot in her hometown of Chicago. She appreciated McQueen bringing his unique point of view to a genre film, working alongside greats such as Davis and Neeson, and getting to sleep in her own bed for a change. In the acting world, you can't put a price tag on working close to home. In the first season of USA's dark mystery thriller The Sinner, Jessica Biel shined as a woman coming to grips with the demons of her past. For Season 2, the showrunners needed to find a new leading lady to fill Biel's shoes. Although she wasn't their first choice, the role of commune leader Vera Walker eventually went to Coon.
She sneaks into your room at night and sits on your chest. Have you ever been visited by her?
The really interesting part of this story is that Coon hadn't even intended to be on the show at all. It was actually her husband, Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Tracy Letts, who received the casting call for the role of Jack Novak. Since Koon had just delivered their first child, she was looking forward to taking some time off from acting. But when the role of Vera reopened, they offered it to Koon, and the rest is history. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.